Fashion photographer Dylan Perlot has that sense of je ne sais quoi when it comes to taking film and photos. And if you're like me and never knew what that phrase actually meant, it's when you can't put something into words. But this is a talk show, and I sat down with Dylan to get, in his words, where his photography magic comes from. Bienvenue Keeping It Krischic. C'est un spectacle où l'on parle aux jeunes les plus chics du cinéma et de la mode. Je suis votre hôte, Kristin Vartan. Aujourd'hui, mon invité est Dylan Perlot. So that was my ill attempt of speaking French in honor of our guest today.
That was pretty good.
Who is from France, so I did okay there?
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Really?
Yeah,
okay, because I've taken 3 semesters of French, but I'm a little rusty.
No,
so,
it sounds good.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm so glad that you approve. In all seriousness, Dylan Perlot is an award-winning filmmaker and photographer. He has shot for top publications like Cosmopolitan, Nylon, Vogue Italia, and many others. So Dylan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course, my pleasure.
Yeah, well, it's my pleasure to have you here. So just kind of, to get started, tell me about how you got inspired to do photography.
I think it's when I came to LA from France 5 years ago now. I was just not really finding my way over there, what to do after high school, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it out in LA and see how I like it. And just everyone here, is really inspiring, and they let you make your dream happen in some ways. Like you can be freelance and it's okay. Like back home, being a photographer wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
And so I really discovered that here. I've always been attracted to it, but it's when I came here that I was like, okay, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Wow. Did you take photography when you were a child, or?
No, I always had a camera in my hand, shooting my friends, or doing short films, little stuff here and there.
Wow, that's amazing. So you went to, I believe, the Los Angeles Film School, right?
I did, yes.
So is that where you kind of got trained?
Yeah, I got trained for mostly directing, producing, more the film stuff. But then on the side, I was doing more photography, and no, I kind of do both, but one and the other, they're kind of the same thing, so.
Yeah, they kind of are interchangeable in a way, but one's, motion pictures, so they're kind of the same in a way. But I just want to know, what is your photography process? How do you get inspiration? What do you look for in your photos?
I feel like it always changes. I can get inspired by a place, so I love to travel and see new places. I went to Iceland once and I shot there.
Beautiful.
I know, have you been there?
I've seen pictures. I've actually been to 10 different countries. I studied abroad,
nice.
But that's one I haven't been to yet.
You have to. It's just magical. It's really gloomy and dreamy at the same time. It's dark, but a cool darkness.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love to travel. That inspires me a lot. That's why I shoot mostly on location, that, in studio.
Yeah.
But also fashion inspires me, really, after location, I'd say it's fashion.
I could tell you definitely have a very signature style, so I love the hair and everything. We matched today actually, which is really exciting. It was unintentional, but I'm glad that we did. How do you set up a shot?
I actually don't shoot that much. Most of the time is just prepping and getting everything ready. Then I have 10 minutes to get the shot, but.
Really, because I see a lot of photographers that take a million different photos, but you kind of get it in less than that.
I kind of have to, just because I have everyone's time too. I have a whole time for makeup, for hair, for styling, and for set design and all of that. So.
Right.
It's kind of a creative process with everyone, and when something's right, everything falls into place, and then you get the shot easier, I feel like.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about how you love shooting on location. We're on location right now, and I actually would like to be your model and emulate some of your shots, because you have some really cool things. So I actually printed out some of your shots from Cosmopolitan Mexico and from Vogue Italia.
Okay.
So I have my phone with me, so let's have you take it like you would with your camera.
Okay.
And then our viewers later can actually vote to see if I emulated the shots well or not. So they'll be the judge. So here is my phone.
Okay.
And so the first one that we are going to try is the Cosmopolitan Mexico one, and I'll put it on the screen later. So it looks like this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to do the whole kind of thing, and you can direct me and tell me if I'm doing it correctly or not.
Okay.
All right, so is it like this?
Yeah, just chin up a little more. Yeah. Perfect. And more fierce in your look. Yeah. Perfect. And a little bit more, guys. Yeah. Perfect. Open your mouth a little. Like, be like really fierce, like.
Okay, very fierce, like.
Yeah, be like you're on the runway.
I'm
like,
on the runway. Okay.
You're like the top model.
Okay.
Perfect. You got it. Beautiful.
So that was Cosmopolitan Mexico, and now we are going to a different part of the world and doing Vogue Italia. So this is the shot.
Okay.
It's a little bit more serious.
Yeah, it's really serious.
She kind of leans to the side, so I'm gonna do the same
Perfect.
thing.
You got it. Perfect. Yeah. You got it.
Wow, I got that in a lot less time than the other one. So
you get more comfortable as
yes, and you have such a really kind of calm presence.
Okay,
so
perfect.
making it easy for me. So last one is from La Passion, and it is this one.
Okay, that's cool.
So it's going to require a little bit more acrobats on my part, but I will try my best.
I need to be higher too.
Okay, all right. Wow, this is some intense stuff.
Yeah. Perfect, yeah. Just chin up more that way. Yeah, you got it. A little more to the side. You got it, perfect. And chin up more, like you're feeling the sun. Yeah, perfect.
How do you feel your photography style differs from other photographers? It's such a saturated business, so how do you differentiate?
It's always hard. You know, you have days where you're like, oh, I'm really bad. I hate my style. I want to redo it. I want to re-edit this. I want to reshoot this.
Right.
But then you can have to just learn from it and like, you know, step away from that thought and just be like, oh, I'm gonna do this better next time. So I feel like my style always like kind of like evolves. I like to think that I'm really inspired by where I'm from, you know, France and where I grew up.
Yeah.
And then I brought that to America. So I like mixing the both culture together.
What part of France are you from?
It's like the east of France. It's close to like Luxembourg and.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, very picturesque area. So I bet you get a lot of kind of romanticized imagery from that.
And it's really raw looking over there compared to here where it's like, you know, really new and like you have more that the architecture of the history.
And your editorials are very breathtaking, you know, with the whole scenic thing that you were just talking about. So much so that you actually won some awards for your fashion experiential film, Life, is that correct?
Yeah.
Great. Well, we want our audience members to see it, so we're gonna roll the clip right now. All right, so we just saw the film Life. So how did you feel having your work recognized by film festivals like the Hollywood screenings, the Los Angeles Movie Awards, and the Los Angeles Cinefest, and so many more? So how did that feel?
It was actually my thesis film that I did in film school. So like my
wow.
final project.
Amazing.
And I was just like, oh, I want to do something different than all the other students. So that's why I went to like doing a fashion film, like, you know, incorporating what I was doing outside of film school to that. So it just felt amazing, like the process, the people. I work with like all my student friends.
Wow.
And some of my friends now, and it was just amazing. Like we shot on, I think 4 different locations, 4 days or 5 days, just because it was like the snow, like the beach, and like then the desert. It was just amazing, the whole process of it.
What inspired you to do that style film specifically?
I think I wanted to do something really soft and like dreamy, and I always loved the song. So I was like, oh, I want to kind of capture something that goes well with that music. So again, like music inspired me to like create, just like fashion inspires me, or like locations.
What is something that you wish more people knew about your job?
I wish they would know everything that goes like behind the picture, because they just see the final image. They don't see the hours of work, the hours of like casting a model, and like the stylist pulling clothes, and the makeup if it's like extreme makeup, or just everything that goes behind it. Like when you see a picture, even on a billboard, like you just think it's just a quick picture, a quick shot.
Yeah.
But there's so many people involved in this, so I just wish people would like notice more. That's why I love like creating all my team on my Instagram, and I love when like people do that, just because, you know,
Yeah.
everyone worked on it. So
What is one of the hardest shoots that you've ever had to do?
it feels hard at the beginning just because you're getting started at the shoot, but then it goes and goes, and like everyone's in a good mood, and like the models are like working well with you.
Yeah.
So it ends up not being so hard. It's just being a fun day and at work.
So you've done a lot of shoots, like I was saying, Pretty Little Thing, Fashion Nova, kind of stuff like that. So how do you kind of show your personality when you're also doing something for a brand's voice?
It's always hard to like have your style and someone else's style,
Yeah.
but I always try to like combine the two visions together, and you know. But then at the end, you know, you need to make the client happy because they're
Yeah.
wearing you. But I always have my own twist to it.
So it's pretty collaborative, and you have a great following too. How long did it take you to build that, and how did you get there?
Like once you get started and like working with many people, and you know, work with different brands, you know, they're gonna tag you on photos. So many people will like go to your Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people always wonder what that key is to growing their followers, because, you know, there's so many people out there that want to be influencers or photographers, but would you say that collaboration is a really good way to grow those numbers?
Yeah, definitely. Like working with, you know, in 1 week, if you do like 3 shoots, you're gonna meet 3 different makeup artists, 3 different hairstylists, 3 different stylists,
Yeah.
maybe like 5 different models, new brands, so, you know, all that. And then all those people are gonna maybe post a photo and tag you, so they kind of like go back to your Instagram when they tag you.
Who are some of the photographers that have inspired you?
I really like Klein.
Yeah.
So he does more like editorial, like really like dark and edgy work. If I want to do something dark, I kind of like look towards what he does. But then I also like Mariano Vivanco. He's from Peru actually, and I think he left when he was young to London, and that's where he started photography.
Yeah.
And I feel like his style is kind of where I want to get, just because it's still soft, but like kind of dark at the same time. Like you can play in between. That's what I like to do too. So
Yeah. Well, that's cool, especially because you both kind of have that yearn for traveling. I'm sure that's something that you have kind of aspired to as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I bet a bunch of people also aspire to be like you. So I guess my last question for you is, what is some advice that you would give people that want to go into photography or filmmaking?
I guess it's gonna be hard at first, or like people are gonna tell you, don't do it, or this is hard, you should get a regular job, or like, I think you should just follow your dreams, go for it. The money will not be here at first because you're just starting, but collaborate with people, do test shoots, and like, you know, start your way up.
Collaboration is key right there. So that completes our time here at Keeping It Krischic. Lastly, we need to know where we can find you on social media. So what is the social handle that we can see you
So my Instagram is at Dylan Perlot.
Okay, great.
And then my website, I guess, www.dylanperlot.com.
Great. And as usual, you guys can find me at Keeping It Krischic, and this episode will be posted on keepingitkrisschic.com. So thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you, Dylan, for joining us today. And we will see you guys next time on Keeping It Krischic.